What's up, y'all? Yeah, this is the same night as the video I had previous recorded because I want to, um, talk about a dream that I had that I don't feel as though like this might be my lack of faith talking here, but I don't get dreams like that. Like I'm not like some dreamer or like prophetic person in general, and also, and that's just a disclaimer. I mean, I don't claim that because you know I just I usually get like zebra dreams. I say zebra dreams because like my dreams be so random. It'd be like a zebra eating the ice cream, and I took the ice cream and I threw it on the ground, and the zebra got mad, and I don't know, just bad like analogies, right? Like my dreams just be so random. Like I was talking to a flower, and the flower jumped up and started running with me, and we went to the store, and then the dream switched, and then now I'm in some random place, and my dreams be all over the place. I don't know. Hey, y'all can tell me it's spiritual attack. I don't know. My dreams are everywhere, but this is the dream right here. This is the dream that I had last night, and it was so amazing because it was one of those. Man, it's about the closest dream I think I've ever had out of maybe three or four that was like this might be God speaking, and it was just amazing to me because either way it was like, yo, this is amazing. So it was an awesome dream. This is what I dreamt. Basically, um okay, so I was on a roller coaster, and I had a friend. I was with a friend. We weren't just on the roller coaster, but I was with a friend, and he had a girl, I had a girl, right? And we all got on this roller coaster together. It was like double date type of thing, and basically, we had a good time on the roller coaster or whatever. And after we had got off, um, the dream transitioned and something in between time. Basically, I ended up, leaving the scene, and I was hanging with the guys or whatever. Some guys is my friends, and we were just talking. Guy talk like, yeah, that girl, blah blah blah. Like, man, it was kind of evil. Like with the stuff we were talking about, it was perverse. It wasn't like anything healthy to the spirit. But anyways, we were just talking as guys and stuff, and uh, what ended up happening was they were selling drugs too, like and it wasn't all of them selling drugs, but like one person came, and they were selling drugs, and basically he dropped some money, and it's a bunch of like irrelevant details and stuff to the overall point of the dream. But I picked the money up for him. I was messing with him. Like I was like, I'm about to take the money, but I gave it to him. Like I was like, I don't want your money. Like I don't. I was actually, and what was cool too though, at the same time, was that in my mind and in my heart, in the dream, I didn't want to necessarily be, a part of what was going on. I was just there as a, like, I'm cool with y'all, but I'm not into what y'all doing or anything like that. But anyways, this is when it got like a dream. There was a cloud. It was just one cloud, and it just started to grow and expand. It was just one dark black cloud in the sky that just started to expand out of nowhere. Lightning came out of it or something. Like, it's just like this cloud of like, you could tell it was like a thunderstorm like coming. But I'm looking at it, and I'm like not even afraid. I'm just like, it's weird, but I'm not worried about anything. I'm chilling. Like, it's like, and it looked like it's in just one area. So like, I'm really not worried about the area I'm in. And as this cloud began to get bigger, everybody started to panic and started to run like before I was. And I'm still sitting on the bench like, oh, this is like nothing. Like, what y'all running for? Like, what's going on? Like, and they're all running and panicking already. And then I started to be like, oh, snap. They must know what's going on. They must know something is going down. So I better get ready to run too. So I take off to my car. And basically, I ran to my car to like get away because I'm like gonna drive off and get away from this cloud because the cloud is getting bigger and bigger. And then all of a sudden it was like waves. Like basically it was like a flood. Like immediately it was like a flood that came, and it was slowly flooding. Like the flood was like a gradual thing, but it was kind of fast. Like everything was moving quickly, and ran to my car and I was going to get to my car basically to take off before everybody, because I knew everybody was gonna go to their car, like kind of like a football game, and I knew everybody was gonna go to their car, and it was gonna be so much traffic I wasn't gonna be able to get through. So what I did was I was like the first one out, and I ended up getting to the car, and I was driving down this clear path. The path was clear. Mosquitoes biting me. But the path was clear, right? Because the road, I was the first one on the road, but then I had to turn back and go and like get my bag or something like that. I had to turn back for something, and what was weird is it kind of shifted, like almost like I didn't have my car, and I was just running on the road, and I was like, oh snap, I gotta go back and get my car or get my bag. Anyway, I had to go back, and when I went back, I ended up, well, getting, my car. But when I got back on the road, it was traffic everywhere, and you couldn't get through. It was like New York, people honking, and it's like the crowds are full. The road is full. And what I did was I said, you know what, whatever, I'm gonna drive on the sidewalk. So I drove on the sidewalk and drove straight past everybody. And when I drove straight past everybody, like the waves was still coming, and so I know they must have got everybody that was not going forward. If you was not going forward fast, the waves was just catching you because it was getting more and more flooded. So it was just going down like a storm, but a big old flood of waves. Like the ocean was just hitting the roads, and things were getting destroyed. Anyways, the back of my car, like this is the car right here, the back of the car got hit by the waves, and the whole pretty much back of the car was destroyed, but it was still enough car left for me to keep on driving and the wheels to keep on going. So what happened was I ended up at this hotel. It was like a hotel. It was like a big old, like, I guess it was a hotel. It was like I'm gonna call it a hotel. I made it to the hotel, and at that hotel, the waves were not, it was like everything was still going outside, and it was other people that had made it to the safe place, but it was destruction on the other side. So, but what was also weird after that is I looked out on the other side, and everything was like, it's like almost like there was a door where I had came in, and then on the other side it's like a back door in the hotel, and if you look out on that side, everybody's chilling. It's like life is going good, and it was like they were just chilling. It was like they didn't even know that there was, it's like maybe they had something, like watched it on the news, but it didn't affect them. Anyways, the point of that, which that after part was kind of irrelevant, but the whole point of that whole thing was that the reason why I woke up kind of happy about it is because I was like, man, like I knew that God had protected me in the dream. Like I knew God had protected me from the waves, because I had almost got hit. Like, because I had just barely made it. It's like when you just make the finish line, it knocked the back of my car loose. So I ain't have no back of the car. And it was just so crazy because I felt like I've never had a dream where I could even almost say I've never had maybe a few, but I can't really remember them like that. I just know that this isn't the first of first, but I've generally never had a dream where I could say, man, like that might have been God. And that was awesome about that, because whether it was God given or not, it was so amazing that I knew that it was God protecting me, and that I just barely made it, but I'm so glad that I had made it. That was so awesome. Like, it was just like, glory to God, because I was protected. I was protected. That what was so awesome about it. And what was even more awesome about it is the fact that previously my heart was full of sin. I knew my heart was full of sin. Like on the roller coaster, I wasn't thinking holy thoughts, you know, and like with just, you know, I just knew my heart wasn't pure. I knew my heart wasn't pure, and basically, if I may say, I didn't deserve to be protected. That's how I felt. Like, I didn't deserve to be protected. Like, because I felt like, because of the thoughts and everything that I had just had, I didn't deserve it. So that's what was so amazing about the fact that, like, man, I don't know, like, what after, but man, I made it to the safe spot, and I knew that it was God's protection. So this is not to say, like, if you hear this and I actually post it, it's not to say to go out and sin and God's gonna protect you, but I don't really know what. Like, at the end of the day, I don't know if that was just my mind taking over and it was just some random dream, or if it was from God. My faith is a struggle. But anyways, whether it was or not, man, glory to God, man. That was the most awesome. That was about as close as I've ever gotten to any kind of prophetic dream. Not prophetic dream, but like a dream from God that I can actually readily identify. It was amazing. So, man, it was awesome. Like, that was this morning. That was like last night, you know, and woke up this morning, and I still remember it because, yo, that was so amazing. Like, and it was scary because I wasn't really scared. But I'm not a scary person, you know. Like, sometimes depending on what it is, but I'm just not scary like that. But that cloud was like, I ain't never seen nothing like it. If anything, the cloud was like very memorable because it was like just this black darkness. Like, it was just a black cloud that was just growing. It was just expanding, but it was expanding all weird. Like, it started off like this, and it was just like expanding over the sky, but slowly, and it was so pitch black. You've never seen a cloud like this. But it was crazy. But yeah, protected, and that was the dream. So I don't know if I'll post this, but I might. So I'm really recording this so I can remember, because this was one dream that I never want to forget. So appreciate y'all, and maybe thanks for watching. That's it.